Hey, so in this video, I'll be adding the functionality to log in a user, and for that, I'll be using Flask-login. So let's just install it. For that, I'll type env install Flask-login, and by the time it's installing, let's take a look at its documentation. So this is its documentation. By the way, Flask login requires this user loader method, which we have to define on our own because Flask login also requires to know which user is logging in. So uh, this function will return the user. So as you can see, it returns the user. We'll do the same in our models.py file. It's just 3 line of code. And yeah, so just like Flask SQL Alchemy, this can also be initialized by this init app. So if you do this in a different file, let's say extensions.py, which I talked about in my SQL Alchemy video, you can do same with Flask login as well. So it's installed. Let's open up cd2 app directory and then open up vim. In vim init.py file, we need to import this login manager. So I guess it can be done by if I look it at I don't need to look, I just type it over here. So it's uh, from flask underscore login import login manager, right? This is alright. There needs to be a it's like this login manager, and just underneath db I will put this login manager. I will initialize this login manager as well. So it's login manager equals login manager, and it will take an app as in parameter. Anything else? Let's see. If I'm not wrong, I need to initialize those login view. Yeah, these things. So we'll do this too as well, but maybe not in this video, or we'll see in the last. First, let's just create this function. So I can copy this and I'll go to my models.py file. Here with from app, I'll import db and login manager. And here I can paste the function login manager dot user loader user id user.get. So let's just convert it to int just in case. Okay, so I guess this is fine. Like I said, this function here is just telling Flask login which user it needs to actually log in. So now in my init.py, no, not init, routes.py, here will import login user from Flask login. So from Flask login import, let me see, it's capital or small l, login user, all small, login user. Okay, so now when the user is submitting the login form, they will login user. So for that, I guess we need to check first, and we'll check on the basis of email, right? So let's say user equals user dot query dot filter by, and it will be email. equals form dot email dot data dot first or 404. So if user does not exist, then it will return a 404 error. We don't need to check that. And with this, what I'll do is I will need to check the password as well. So uh, if user dot, let's see, I have created a method here which check passwords, so I'll use that. If user dot check password with the password, right? So form dot password dot data. If this is true, that means the user is valid. User is a valid user. So for now, let's just return valid user, and I'll implement the login functionality just in a bit. So here I'll do Flask run. By the way, it's Pippin shell, as you can see. So Flask-login will work perfectly fine. And in the new tab, I will open up the local host, and it's not up yet. It's the reason. It's quite slow. And in the case 1, 2, 3, if I'm not wrong, and it's a valid user, and we need to remove extra login button. So I'll do that right now, or else I'll forget again. So I guess it's this one, right? Yeah, I will remove this. That's this file. It's a valid user, so let's see. In my routes file, if it's a valid user, I will log in the user. So I'll do login user and pass on this user. I know it's too many users, but that I am very bad with the variable name, so I cannot define a more variable name. Okay, so this is the login user, and we log in the user, and then we will redirect it to the home page. So for that, it's redirect, right? Redirect and URL for, and it's home. So home, and I have created a logout route as well, so that user can log out. And I'll do it after the registration. So it's app dot route, and it's log out. Okay, and this will be def log out. It won't take any argument, and it will just log out the user. So if I'm not wrong, it's also log out. Let me, oh yeah, it's here. I could have just copied this. I have to import this login required as well. What this tells is that only if a user is logged in, then only we can access that particular route. So it's login required and log out user. So okay, redirect not somewhere, it's back to home page. So I can copy this line and I can paste it over here. Let's save and rerun this. So if I now go to login page and import, enter the form, as no attribute. Oh yeah, of course. I need to add a user mixin class as well. So I'll show you guys right now what do I mean. If I come down over, let's see, let me search the user. I guess yeah, this is user mixin, and it's not one. Yeah, this is user mixin. I need to it's an class, so I need to inherit this at my routes.py file. I'll go to model.py file, not route, sorry. So over here, what I'll do is I will import this as well. So from Flask_login import user mixin, right? Mixin, and I will pass this user mixin in my uh, model, user model. So user mixin, okay. I guess now it should work. If I again go to my login page, I'll enter the email and the password. Get has no attribute. Oh, it's not user.get, it's user.query, oh, of course. So it will be dot query user.query.get. Okay. Now I'll write and let's see if I log in again. Yeah, so I am back to home page. That means my login is working. And if I am able to get to logout page, then that means that logout is also working. So yeah, I am back to my home page. That means I am not logged out. So by the way, for to see this actually login required, if it's working or not, we need to set that login manager login view. So let me show you guys again. It was quite above. Let's see. Over here somewhere. Yeah, this login manager.login view. So I need to put this in my init.py file. Basically, it says that if that login required condition fails, then redirect user to this page, and it's just to login in our case. It's not user. If you have a blueprint, if you are working with blueprint, then you need to put that user as a blueprint name, and then login means that route or function, whatever you name it. So yeah, I guess now this might work. I'll save it all, and as I was logged out from before, I'll try to log out again, and it should redirect me to the login page. So yeah, it redirected me to login page because I am logged out by default. So it first requires me to log in, then it will log me out. That's great. So everything is working. Let's see how much time it has been. 14 minutes. So I guess this is it for this video, and in next video I'll be adding some uh, if conditions for the checking up if the user is login, then I won't show this login and sign up button, and I will put the validation in the login form such that if user is logged in, then he cannot access this login page. So actually let's just do that in this video. Let's just do that in this video. Let's rehearse. Let me come down a little. So where was it? Current user. Yeah, this if current user is authenticated, then we will redirect him to a different let's say home page. If current user is authenticated, I need to import the current user from login as well, Flask-login. So I'll do that right now. Current user, and over here, if current user is authenticated, I will return redirect to home page URL for home, right? Okay, now I'll copy this for sister as well. Okay, so yeah, that's all for this video. I'll save it all, and yeah, thanks for watching.